clothes, give me love and give me shelter. Simple life, it's all we want to live. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love and give me shelter. Yeah.
So welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, family from across the world. I think I'll start the show by saying good morning, good evening, maybe I'll say good afternoon, my beautiful people of Liberia and to the Liberian diaspora listening across the globe. Welcome to the We Too Are Liberians Movement podcast, where we strip away the spin, silence, the noise, and speak truth to power. I'm your host, Ayiti Williams. As you all know, the We Too movement is not in the business of manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers. Rather, we're in the business of changing and revolutionizing the thought process of our people, not only in Liberia, but even around the world. I'm your host, as usual, Ayiti Williams, and tonight I'm here with you solo, but not silent. Now, let me say from the top, our scheduled panelists, Mr. Mansfield G, Duopu, as well as Mr. Nathaniel Herron, wouldn't be joining me tonight due to personal obligations. But mark your calendars next Wednesday. The full panel will be in the studio for a no-holds outside bar conversation you won't want to miss. But tonight, it's just you and me, and that's fitting because the issue we are discussing require clarity, conviction, and a deep sense of personal reflection. So let's get started here. Now we are gathered in this shadow of a major political turmoil, the resignation of House Speaker J. Fonati Kofa, a move that came after months. Yes, I mean months of legislative gridlock, factional infighting, and what many are calling a crisis of confidence in Liberia's democracy. So for the purpose of those who are tuning in tonight, I want us to go ahead, like we usually do, more of a tradition. Let's go and see if we can begin to share the show, even though I'm doing the show alone. But I want to make sure that the show is being shared with everyone. So I'm going to go to our YouTube channel, and we'll then go ahead and start to share the show with as many people as possible. So bear with me. We will be here moving along. I just want to share the show with a share on Facebook first, and then yes, it's been shared already. It's shared, so we'll go back. Please bear with me. We'll go back and share it to all the social media outlets. For example, share it on. I want to share here on Messenger. So eventually, I guess our viewers will be able to see. But anyway, again, we are gathered here in, like I said before, a shadow of major political turmoil, the resignation of House Speaker J. Fonati Kofa, a move that came after months. Months, not even 2 months, 3 months, or whatever. But it has been several months of legislative gridlock, factional infighting, and what many are calling a crisis of confidence in Liberia's democracy. So let's not treat this moment lightly. This is not just a change of leadership. This is a symptom of a much deeper sickness in our body politic. So now let's try to unpack what's really happening, or what really happened. Speaker Kofa's resignation comes after a prolonged stretch of dysfunction in the House of Representatives, an institution meant to be the people's voice, but one that has, in recent months, been more like an echo chamber of confusion and division. So legislation stalled. Communities fractured, political alliances shifted. And why the political played chess? Politicians, we can say, not played chess. The Liberian people paid the price. And we know exactly what happened. There was a halt on a lot of other activity that should have been ongoing, but because of the legislative impasse, we saw the halt on government of functionaries. So this paralysis now didn't begin overnight, and it won't end with Kofa's exit. That's why tonight's episode is not about a man; it's about a mindset and the way political loyalty is defined and weaponized in Liberia. So let me ask you, Liberia, what does loyalty mean in our political culture? Because from where I sit, it often means, this: praising leaders publicly even when they fail, switching parties not out of principle but out of self-interest, defending power even when that power is used to silence, suppress, and sabotage. Now, it's a culture of personality over principle, survival over service, patronage over patriotism. And here's the danger: when political loyalty is rooted in individual um, alliance or allegiance, we can say, rather than institutional integrity, then our democracy is often or only as strong as the whims of the next power person. We saw it with the way alliances were formed and broken in the House. We saw it in the factions that emerged, not around policy, but around personal benefits. And we saw it in the silence, the dangerous, complicit, we'll say, silence of those who knew better but said nothing. And so the question we must all ask is this: do we want a government of loyalists, or a government of leaders? I'm going to ask you the question again. Do we want a government of loyalists or a government of leaders? Because you can't have both, or you can't have both. And that's exactly what's going on. You see, the resignation of Speaker Kofa has exposed, I'm telling you, the how fragile, or the fragility of our institutions, and that's really painful. It's discouraging, but it is also revealing. And sometimes you can't heal, or you cannot heal what you haven't revealed. So now, this is what we're going to do. Yes, the crisis has hurt us, but it has also forged the national reckoning. So people are talking, communities are watching, civil society is asking harder questions. Young people are engaging more critically with politics. And this, my friends, is how democracy grows, not through comfort, but through crisis. But talk alone won't fix Liberia. We need structural change. We need a House of Representatives that is independent, principled, and driven by service. So I'll take a break a little bit. So if you're Tony, you're watching the We Too All Liberians Movement platform, your distinct and dynamic platform that speaks to it for the masses. We're certainly not in the business of manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers. Rather, we're in the business of changing, revolutionizing the thought process of our people, not in Liberia. So I'm going solo tonight because my panelists are not able to make it tonight due to personal reasons. But we wanted to come out here and do a monologue just to let you know that we have a responsibility. So tonight's topic is actually focused on Speaker Kofa's resignation, which actually undermines, our democracy. So now we need constitutional safeguards that limits opportunism. We need public financing reforms to reduce the influence of money in politics. And above all, we need a cultural shift, a national rebirth in how we think about power. Power is not a price, it's a responsibility. Let me bring this home. Kofa's resignation should not mark the end of dysfunction. It should spark the beginning of institutional renewal. And for that to happen, we, the citizens, must step forward. Don't just criticize, organize. Don't just react, reflect. Don't just vote. Demand accountability between elections, not just during them. So here's my challenge to you tonight. Think beyond personalities, right? Because that's very important. Ask yourself, what kind of Liberia do we want? Or do you want to be built? Or do you want built? Now, a country of fragile alliances or a country with a strong foundation of justice, rule of law, and principled leadership. Next week, I'll be joined right here by Mr. Aloysious Jappah, Mr. Mansfield G, Duopu, and Mr. Nathaniel Herron. Together, we'll all examine what real reform in the legislature could and should look like. We'll look beyond the headlines and into the hearts of how power operates in Liberia today. But for now, I leave you with this. Liberia will not rise because a speaker falls. It will rise when institutions are lifted. It will rise when loyalty is redefined, not by the power we serve, but by the people we protect. This has been the We Too Are Liberians Movement podcast. I'm your host and will be your host as always. Thank you for listening. Thank you for thinking. And above all, thank you for caring enough to fight for something better. This is again the We Too Are Liberians Movement platform. I'm your host, Ayiti Williams, the platform that speaks to and for the masses. We say we're not in the business of manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers. Rather, we're in the business of changing and revolutionizing the thought process of our people, not only in Liberia, but even around the world. Thank you very much for watching. I look forward to talking to you guys and seeing you guys next week. Until then, you have a great and blessed evening. Bye.
Simple life. It's all we want to live. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love, and give me shelter.